Hey, y'all. So, here are a few tips to help you become a more effective leader. And let's be real. How many of us have learned that someone having the title manager does not mean that they are actually an effective leader? And one of the most important things that leaders need to do is communicate well. So, that means standards, expectations, or any feedback that's given all needs to be clearly communicated, because how is your team going to meet the expectations that you don't communicate? But communication isn't just about expressing what needs to happen, because leaders actually need to listen well and be open to any feedback that the team has to offer. And speaking of your team, make sure that you are being intentional about developing your team. And this can be done via training, coaching, or teaching, but understanding what your team's strengths are and areas that need to be developed is extremely important to strengthen your team. And you don't have to be the one that actually does the developing or the coaching, but you do need to be aware of your team's strengths and areas that need to be developed and offer training opportunities whenever is needed. You also need to lead by example or practice what you preach, as they say, because you should be meeting any expectations that you have for your team to meet. And it's actually harder for a team to remain faithful to a mission or vision that you're not committed to. And when things go wrong, don't point fingers or shift the blame to members of your team. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't hold your team accountable, but what I am saying is that you shouldn't throw your team under the bus, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your team's actions. So let me give you an example so you understand what I'm saying. So let's say you own a restaurant and a customer comes and makes a complaint. What you should do as the owner or the manager is apologize for the mistake and see what you can do to make things right, and then go follow up with your team and issue consequences as needed. What you shouldn't do when a customer comes and complains to you is throw your team under the bus, because as the owner, you are responsible for everything concerning the restaurant. So it's actually ineffective as a leader to place the blame on a member of your team. And furthermore, it can actually cause you to lose the trust of your team. Now, on the flip side of that, it's important for leaders to share the credit when the team gets a win. And it's actually kind of selfish for you to take all the credit because you didn't do all of the work. And again, it can cause you to lose the trust of your team. And last but not least, it's important for leaders to be goal oriented. So instead of simply worrying about and complaining about issues, an effective leader is going to determine what strategies need to be created to resolve the issue. And while doing so, sets deadlines and prioritizes tasks according to the deadline. So those are my tips for y'all this week. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe for more. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.